What's up everybody, it's Phil from Ascend Nutrition. Today we're going over something a little bit different. One of the most common struggles that I see in particular with men in the gym, and that's engaging the chest or growing the chest in general. Now, most of what I go over today is going to be the very basics, or sort of the scraping the surface on how to start and how to actually activate your chest, because that's where I think the biggest problem is. Obviously you get your boys that start that training and their big goal is to hit the bench press and get to the 2 plates with 100 kgs, the most common thing, and that's the biggest problem, aiming for that strength in the idea or in the mindset. However, you're not focusing on using the actual muscle to create that growth, which is how growth occurs. Obviously, yes, you want that big weight too, but you've got to make the muscle move it. So that's the biggest problem, and that's where we want to start, how to actually activate and isolate that chest muscle, which from me, all I'm going to do is go through a few workouts and show you a few key points that I focus on to make sure I engage the chest properly, do it light and do it right. Most of the time, and this actually applies for every muscle group that you might be struggling with, you've got to bring that weight back down to the start, and you've got to go for that weight that you can control. Time under tension is what's going to cause the most growth. Focus on just squeezing the muscle, there's no ego there, it's all about filling it up with blood. So we'll get into a few exercises now. Okay, so the first one up is the cable pull through. So a lot of people use this exercise for shoulders, and it's very hard to actually use it just for the chest. What you want to focus on is that you're driving the weight forward. So I know a lot of people that will use the cable that's pulling it up, that's going to focus on the top and the front of the delt. However, you want to be pulling this weight forward and through, and this is going to help actually drive the chest forward. And remember, we talked about pulling the chest off of the rib cage. That's what we want to do. The other tip for this, and tip for every cable movement really, is that you want to make sure that you keep this cable straight the whole time. So depending on your height, you'll need to adjust the cable so that way you can go straight through, straight back, and keeping that tension on. So all you want to do here is, as said, keep the weight in the elbows, drive the scapulars back and lock them down, pushing through the front of your hands and just driving this up. Now all I'm doing is making sure I keep it on the chest the entire time. The decline press up, you can do this on the dumbbell rack itself if you like, or any other piece of equipment, but I like to do it with the bench inclined here. So at the top of the movement is where you want to start. You want to make sure you're pushing your chest right forward, lock the scapulars back, and then you've engaged the chest immediately. So from here, that exact same tension that you've already got, you want to keep the entire time, and it's simply about bending the elbows and pushing back up. Now obviously you can control the weight the entire time, so if it's getting too heavy or you're finding that you're using your shoulders too much, you can just lean a little bit back and take a little bit of weight off on your own. Okay, so this next one here is the spin press. A lot of people would have seen this one before, and it's used quite commonly in the gym. This one you want to put high attention on actually keeping that half rep like we talked about. Squeeze your hands together very tightly. Like this one is going to hurt if you do it right. It's very easy to do a lot of reps without actually engaging the chest, so keep that squeeze there. I like to find the chest at the top of the movement, squeeze it, and make sure you keep that feeling the entire way down. Like I said with the elbows before, you don't want to go below parallel. Keep it there so you can keep that blood moving into the muscle and you keep that tension on. These here are just activation exercises, so it's what I would do to warm up. When I apply these to the plan, or if you're going to apply them to yourself to help improve the chest, put them at the very start of the workout. I would usually go with like 2 to 3 sets each exercise, and literally 20 to 30 reps per set. Okay, so thanks for watching. I hope that helped, and I hope that gives you a little bit more insight, or at least gives you some more improvement in the future with helping engage your chest and get some better growth for your chest over time. Hit subscribe if you liked the video, and drop a comment down if you want to see anything more. Thanks for watching, and ka kite.